I can't believe myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. You're loving somebody else. Believe it or not. Welcome to my village. Welcome. Greetings. 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 Welcome. Welcome to my village. Holy hallelujah. In case you haven't heard, I am your Queen Love Bug #1. Welcome to my village where everyone gets taken care of and no one gets left behind. I am back, and I am back. Glory, hallelujah. Yes, it sometimes be a rough ride, but you know there ain't no stopping me. It hit me from out of the blue, breaking me in the spell I was in, making all of my wishes come true. I'm walking on air.
Yes.
I'm away on the wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Look at me. Shout out to brothers. Shout out to sisters. Glory, hallelujah. Believe it or not, I'm here. Believe it or not, I'm here. Hey, sweetie pie. Hallelujah. Your sister standing. Your sister standing. Glory,
Yes.
hallelujah.
I'm so happy.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. This is your Queen Love Bug #1 right now. Glory, hallelujah. I am here, everybody. I am here. Glory, hallelujah. Thank you,
Yes.
Jesus, for getting me up on the feet this morning. Who could it be? Come on, Jesus. Believe it
Yes.
or not, Jesus is you. You are my superhero, Jesus. You are
Yes.
my superhero, Jesus. I wouldn't be this free. I wouldn't be this free. I'm flying away. I'm flying away on the wing of a prayer because who could it be?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, that was so nice. We got to do it. Come on, give it up, Jesus.
Yes.
Get what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself.
Yes. Believe it or not. Yes. Yes. Believe it
I'm
or not.
flying away on the wing of a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Yes. You look so nice.
Just like the night of the blue day,
Yes.
night of the blue. Flying away on a wing and a prayer.
Let's celebrate the
Who
queen.
could it be? Jesus. Hallelujah, glory, hallelujah. Glory,
Yes.
hallelujah. The Queen has arrived. The Queen is here. The Queen is here. The Queen is here. The Queen has arrived. Glory, hallelujah. 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 Y'all knew I was coming back because y'all were praying for me. Y'all knew I was coming back. Thank you for praying.
Believe it or not. Believe it. That's right. Believe it, God.
Believe it or not, I'm here. Believe it or not, Jesus said, get up, daughter. Get up, daughter. This is your day. Get up. Rise to the occasion. You don't go down and don't get up. You don't tap out. You're a fighter. Get up. There's a fighter in you. Get up.
That's right.
Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Yes. Believe it or not.
Thank you, everybody. Woo! That's the way you come back. That is the way you come back.
Yes.
You come back with a bang. And turn your mic on, sweetie pie.
What?
Make sure your mic is on.
You hear me?
Thank you all for coming out.
You hear me?
I hear you now. I hear you now. It's time for me to get comfortable and start our first live stream. So I've come back. So let's get me off the ground. Give me 1 second.
Everyone can see. Okay. Hi, village. How y'all doing?
Yes, 1 second.
Ooh. I think I'm going to have to turn the air on. It's hot.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Woo! We serve a good God. We serve a good God. Don't we serve a good God?
Yes.
Thank you, sweetie pie. Thank you, sweetie pie. Thank you, Frank, my good friend Frank GTV, my brother from another mother. Thank you. Good afternoon, my sister Bianca. I call her my gorgeous one. She's always doing makeup. And I got my sister Sweetie Pie Roz, sitting on the screen sharing my face. This young lady is never going to leave my side in the spirit realm because that's just how she is. Okay, Bianca, thank you, sweetheart. Oh, Lord, y'all don't know. But then again, I think y'all do know. We all go through. And you know when you always hollering Jesus, that enemy want to take you down. He want to stop you. But God said, you can't do nothing with my baby. You can't do nothing with because I got her covered in that blood, honey. I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. And I want y'all to know that. And all of y'all that's praying and saying, get her up, Lord, he did it. He answered your prayers. He answered your prayers, everybody. And I thank y'all for not giving up and still keep saying, okay, it's another day. Get her up, Jesus. Get her up. And as I was laying down, you know, that's when he ministered to you the most, when you're laying on your butt and you can't get up, because that's when you're here, because you want to listen and you know you want to get up and you want to be so obedient to the Lord because you want to be blessed. And so I thank him for finding and deeming me favorable and saying, it's not time to tap you out yet, daughter. There's still more assignments for you to do. And when you got another assignment, you got to rise and you got to get up whether you're feeling good or not and do what you have to do, right?
Right.
Oh, I'm so happy right now. I'm just so happy. Woo, Lord. I feel like I can run a marathon. Just I'm breathing a little freer. I have the air up high as it can get, just so that I can breathe properly. But just to be able to stand up as long as I did today, the almighty blessing, because I couldn't stand up. I couldn't get on my feet. And when you can't get on your feet, you know that's not a good feeling, especially when you're the kind of person that gets up every day, rain or shine. I'm not the kind of person that want to lay on my hind part. I like to get up. And I like to be doing something productive. I'm not
Me
that
too.
person that just want to let life pass me by, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
But guess what? Enough about me. Let's get down to the meat and potato things. Sweetie Pie, I want to say to you and Pounds. Okay, give me a. I want to say to you two, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This isn't for YouTube. This isn't for social media. This
Right.
isn't because we want ratings or likes or comments or none of that. This is real sister and brotherhood. When y'all called me offline, not just online, and said, "Sister, are you okay?" All up into the night to make
Right.
sure I'm all right.
Yep.
Pounds had an appointment this morning, and he couldn't be in the building, and I feel a little
My
bad
brother
because
Pound.
he's been there every step of the way, making
Right.
sure I'm all right, sharing me out, coming in, sister, you okay? And a lot of things that, sometimes people don't know you offline. They
No.
see you joking and being silly and goofy. But you two are two of the most loyal people anybody can ask for in their life. It's not all about what you have, where you from, what you're going to give somebody. It's not about that at all.
Right.
When you got a good heart and you know somebody have your back and you don't forget to have theirs.
Nope,
And
never.
many times we sit on social media and we say, "Oh, that's my friend," or "We cool." Me and Sweetie Pie didn't come from social media. We
No.
came from the streets.
Oh,
Me and
really?
Pounds met right here on YouTube, and we made an awesome connection. And this young man just been at my side all day and night, checking
That's right.
on me, making sure I'm okay. He don't have one dot of my blood running through him. He didn't have to do it. But
That's
you know
right.
what? He said, I got to get in that gap. And my cousin Talisha and my cousin Toya, they're not on here right now. But they also was
Family.
checking on me, making sure I'm doing okay. And are you all right, cuz? Don't forget to do this and don't forget to do that. And I appreciate it. Cubs Den and Blue Jeans Network, same thing. They never stop. And there's so many of you that just lobbied around every day. And I have a live stream that I did right before this stream, thanking every single person that I could count that stood in the gap while I wasn't well to make sure that love flowed through this village.
Right.
And I just want y'all to know that my village people appreciate it because they wanted me back and they wanted me up, but they wanted me well.
Right.
And what y'all don't know is Sweetie Pie Roz and Pounds, they would not let me come back here until they felt I was able. They didn't care about no clout. They wasn't clout chasing, trust me. They wanted to know, can you do it? Are you right? We worried about your later for some live stream. That's when you people have your best interests at heart.
And I keep talking.
That's when you know people love you and care about you.
Yep, I kept talking to you, and let me see if you.
And is it something you want to say?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Say it again.
You can hear me.
Right, stay where you at right now and talk. Yes.
Okay, you can hear me. I said that's why I kept talking to you to see, talk to you for a long period of time and see. I said, okay, she's okay now. When you short-winded, you know. And I want to say I appreciate you for making a beautiful village. I appreciate it.
You all right.
You hear me?
All right. You don't never leave my side. I can hear you. You don't never leave my side, and I love you to death for that. No matter what I go through, you ride for me. And that's what a lot of people don't know. This young lady has, and it didn't just start. She's been riding for me from day one. She always got my back. And yes, thank you, Bianca. Thank you. Much love to you. Love, love. And amen, Frank. I was in your live when you were gone. Yes, I saw you. If you watched the live before this, I shouted you out. I was worried about you too. Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay, brothers and sisters. I am okay. Woo. But you know what? Let's get down to meat and potatoes and stuff. I want to talk about something positive today.
Yes.
Because, you know, with everything that's going on in the world, it's just so toxic right now. And I don't want nothing toxic over here today. I'm just having such a great day. I want to talk about the goodness, the great things, you know, like the things that matter, that's positive.
Right.
Let's start by saying, what is your favorite childhood memories? Let's go back. Sometimes, and let me say this too, to Queen of Six, I love you, Queen of Six, but she was another one that was diligent. My sister, Queen of Six, and my Brody, Alex Doe, they never stopped being at my side. And I just want to say to all of you, because it was so many all over the Philippines, all in Africa, that just kept coming in, Sizzle Diaries, it's just so many.
Yes, Sizzle.
Thank y'all. But
Philippines.
I want to
Yes.
go back into our childhood, because your childhood is where most of the stuff that create who you are today is. And let's think about all the good things that was going on in our childhood that we can remember, that made us smile, that made us happy, that made us feel like everything was going to be all right. Y'all put in the chat the age that you were and what you can remember that just made you smile.
All right. I'm gonna go first. I was
Sweetie
12.
Pie, turn up your mic. For some reason, your mic is seeming kind of low.
What about now?
Hmm?
You can hear me now?
Right, but make sure you speak it up like into your mic, because sometimes you fade out.
Oh, okay.
Right, I
I
hear
can
you now. You sound good.
all right. My favorite childhood memory when I was 12.
12 years old.
Mm-hmm. And I went with a friend and her family to a pool. Like it looked like a beach. And when we went there, it was so pretty. It was in New Jersey. It was so nice. And I seen how family interact. It was in the summer, and we got ice cream. It was just like kids, you play, you know, and jump in the water and run. And I was like, I liked that summer.
Okay, Bianca. Yes, you know, being a child, as we become adults, sometimes we forget to go back down memory lane and just remember all the things as a kid that makes you happy or smile and help craft and create who you become as adults.
Right.
Because everything from your childhood is actually what make you who you are today. You didn't
That's
just
true.
grow, you know, come into the universe grown. And
Right.
sometimes we forget to go back and
That's
just remember the good stuff, all the things that we experienced that was fun. Sometimes we get exhausted with toxicities and negativities, and we forget to go back and say, hey, what about today? Well, let's think about when I was a kid. Like, who was your first friend? You know, like, who was your first friend in life that you can remember? My first friend was a young lady named Belinda, and we became friends in the kindergarten. And she
all.
was my first friend, and from then up until now, we're still friends. And you know, when I was a little kid, I always had a lot of sisters and brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, we played together and things like that. But when I went to school and I started the kindergarten, that's when I got my first friends outside of my family. And I had a next door neighbor, and her name was Gidget. And
Okay.
Gidget lived in the house right next to me, and me and her were friends. And I lost contact with her a few years back, when, you know, about maybe 10 years or so or more, when I left New York, because I still would run into this young lady every now and again. And,
Mm.
you know, just over the years, I have so many friends, even as a teenager, that I hung with, and we did all our dirt. And you know that stuff that you got that
Yes.
1 or 2 friends that you done did your dirt with.
Yes.
And you'll probably take it to your grave. You ain't out to come on the live stream and tell nobody either.
I don't care. 15 years
Right.
ago.
You just never know how it might haunt you today. But yes, I have those friends that I did my dirt with too. And it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
From Frank. My first friend was Reggie. We met in church. Oh, I ain't even gonna start talking about church memories. Forgive me, Father, because I'll talk about that in a minute. When I
Yes.
used to go to church, right, I didn't know what was going on in church. I'll never forget one time I had went to spend the weekend with my aunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my other aunt, I went to spend the weekend with my Aunt Mary, and my Aunt Gladys, she lived in the same community, and she decided she was going to take me to church, right?
Right.
So I said, okay, I'll go along. So, you know, back then, I know nothing about no Jesus and speaking in tongues and the Holy Ghost or none of that kind of stuff. You know, all I knew was you say your prayers at night and before your meal, and that's it. Amen, right?
Right.
Lord, I got to stand next to her, and she started to, you know, shouting, and, you know, she was Holy Ghost filled, right?
Right.
And I'm standing, I got her on one side of me, and then it was this other anointed sister on the other side of me, right? And they got the, you know, they were speaking in their holy language, but at the time, I didn't know what they were doing. I looked up, and all I saw was, and I looked to the other side, and she was over there. And I was like, oh my God, these people done went crazy up in this church. And I got scared, right? So I was like, I got to leave with this woman. And she over here. And you know, don't y'all laugh, don't y'all laugh. I'm standing there and I'm going, did I start looking around at the other people and they was all every other person? And I was like, oh my goodness, Lord, get me out of here. Don't know that these people are anointed and appointed and all the overflow just falling all over my little tail. I guess that's where I get some of that anointing from, right? So
Yes.
I'm standing up there and I'm trying to say, well, what do I do? Because I didn't know what to do. I'm standing there scared. I ain't gonna lie. Don't y'all judge me. I was scared. I was like, these people crazy. Forgive me, Father. I didn't know no better. Forgive me, Auntie. I was wondering why these people jumping around in church. Yeah, and they jumping around, people falling out, getting covered up. And I'm saying,
Right.
please, Lord, don't let me fall down in the floor. Because I didn't want to be down in no floor, right?
Right.
So when it was time to leave church, she was like herself again, right? And she was smiling and, did you have fun in church? And I was looking like, yeah. Like I knew better than to say no, I was scared. I was scared, y'all. I was so scared. I didn't know, and I remember a long time later, I told my mama, and she was like, that's called speaking in tongues. But at the time, I still didn't know what the holy language of speaking in tongues was for a long time. And when I would go to church and people would do that, I would try to make a mental note not to sit next to them next week, right? Because I didn't want to know people. But see, now that I know better, I want that overflow falling on me. And I can speak in the holy language too when I tap into it with the Lord. So now I know what it is, right? So you have to talk to your children about the Holy Spirit and the gift of tongues and things of that nature so they won't be frightened when they see, you know, the Lord moving inside of people differently.
Right.
And some people are very anointed. And I was so scared. I was like, what is going on? And if you grew up in my era, that's when they had Carrie, Prom Night, all of these demonic movies going on. And I'm looking saying, oh my goodness, please don't let no blood stop falling out the ceiling. You know how they went to prom night, they pulled the cord and the bucket of blood came down on them. The next thing you know, Carrie done turned that prom into the night of disaster.
I didn't like that movie. Oh no.
That's why you can't let your kids be looking at all these thrillers and all these
like,
crazy movies, because now they start thinking the worst of people, right? And I'm saying, Lord, if a bucket of blood fall down in here, I'm getting ready to lose my mind up in here. Or they start
right.
closing all the doors and water hoses start spraying. That's the kind of crap I used to think.
You were scared. I understand.
Yes. But then
Trust it.
I went to another church. Now I got a little older, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went for a New Year's, how they say it, shut in. It was a New Year's shut in. You know how they shut in and they, have a conference, pray, worship, praise
Mm-hmm.
up until the New Year come in.
Right.
So this young lady asked me to come with her to church, and she said, it's going to be a nice time. We going for the New Year. And I'm a little bit older, but I had to be about maybe 12, 10, 12, somewhere in there. And
Okay.
we got to the church. Now, I thought, when the ball dropped, we was going to be able to go on home. Now, I was trying to hang in there till the ball dropped. I had
Right.
no clue after the ball dropped, we were still going to be worshiping and praising it all the way
Right.
to the next day. About
Right.
6 o'clock in the morning, everybody left, right?
Right.
So they talk about, they're going to be serving some good food and all this stuff. We get down there, they talk about, well, we fasted until the ball dropped.
Oh my goodness.
And
Oh my.
you know me, I love to eat. That was the end of the good time right there. I'm thinking, back in the days, you go to a church and they were serving food. They were
It'd be good.
serving soul food. You gonna get you some fried chicken and collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread.
Yes.
We fasting.
I was like, what?
God forgive me. I didn't know no better. So now I done got off the topic of what we there for now. Because at least if they had fed me, I might have kept up with what was going on, right?
Right.
So they would start singing. And I always love music. So if the singing was good, I would get back up and get engaged. But then, and anywhere you go where there's a big conference, it's going to be something that's not so good. So
Right.
I know they singing for Jesus. But as a kid, you don't know they singing for Jesus. You like, oh, who? And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. When you got
Yes.
that sister that
It's
like to
like,
get up and sing, and you be like, who?
right.
And it's
Like,
usually the pastor daughter, right? Because the pastor kids ain't never got no talent. They just up there for no reason. And
no.
everybody, go ahead, sing, sister such and such. Yeah, same there. And then they go home, get you with ear on that mic. Ooh,
Oh.
holy Jesus was clapping.
I'm like, mm-mm.
But those are just some of the good stuff. Hello, Marilyn Aldaja. Hey, Marion, welcome to the village. But that you gotta have your good church experience.
Yes.
It's not a good experience if you haven't had some crazy stuff happen at church. When the ball dropped, I was ready to go, right? Because I was
Like,
hungry for one. And I knew back at the house, my mama definitely had some food, right? So I said, can we go home? And she said, no, we shut in until 6 o'clock in the morning. See, that's the part she forgot to tell me when she asked me, did I want to go? Nothing long, we fasted until 6 o'clock in the morning. Marlon, I don't just give out jackets here because I'm going to take some jackets, actually. There are some people that's here, and we're going to switch jackets out for those that, have had jackets for a long time. Only my top moderators will continue to have jackets. But if you come and you are supportive to the village, you may earn a jacket because it's going to be who's earning what here going forward. We're doing some changes in the village. And I don't have a problem with giving people jackets or responsibilities, but you're welcome to hang out and Be supportive, because if you're for the village, you don't need a jacket to be supportive. Because I go on many channels where I do not have a jacket, and I'm very supportive. And if someone decides that they do not want to give me a jacket or take a jacket, it doesn't stop me from being supportive if I really want to be on their channel, because it's not the jacket, it's the power in you that makes you when you come to someone's channel. And they can see when you're genuine. She knew you was going to say no. Right. Right, Frank. People know how to get you going somewhere. You don't. They know if you say, "Oh, we fasting," and excuse me, I don't know why I must be getting top heavy. I'm losing a little bit of weight again, guys. You see my face is coming back down,
Yes.
but I think I'm getting some extra boobies because everything I wear, these poor little boobies is dragging it to the floor. I'm getting like you, sweetie pie. I'm gonna need me a triple dipper bra. I know we crazy in this village. You don't never know what you're gonna get in here, and that's what makes us, who we are. Because we down to earth, we real, and we just say it like it is, and we do what we do, and that's what makes us us. So you just gotta love us, don't judge us, because sometimes we're a little bit different.
Yes.
But just she knew I would have told her no, I wasn't gonna be signing up for that, especially at 12 years old. And then after a while, I was on this hard bench, and the church benches is the hardest benches they ever made in life. And now this bench is starting to come all through me, and I'm thinking about the food my mama got back at the house, and I'm saying, what time is it every 5 seconds? And every other kid is looking about like me. They ready to eat and go home too. Forgive me, Father, I didn't get nothing that night. Only thing I got that night was when somebody would put that music on and they would start shouting, and it was pretty good. I would wake back up long enough to jump and shout and have a good time with the music. And when the music toned back down, I toned on back down with it. Then I started squeaking. She kept elbowing me. Wake up, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and ain't nothing going around that I'm interested in. I'm asleep with my behind or up in there, up in there. I'm telling you. Then when we get outside, she's gonna say, "Did you have a good time?"
No.
Whenever you take some children to church, tell them the truth. We are not going to have a good time. You're going to get that word.
And bring some snacks.
That way they know what they getting themselves into. Don't you tell them kids you're going to have a fun time, because you know good and well most of the time for some children you got to have a really jumping ministry for it to be fun.
And bring some snacks.
Don't you be telling them kids you're going to have a good time. You taking your hind part to church and you going to get that word. You ain't there to have a good time. You better listen out for Jesus. And if you see somebody speaking in tongues, that's a holy blessing. They're not crazy. That means that they got a special anointing on them. So if you see that, don't get scared. Just look and say amen, because they're talking to Jesus. So they know these things. Teach your kids about Jesus.
That's right.
I was scared. I said, what is going on up in here? But you know what? I was so happy later when I found out. I said, wow, I was standing between 2 anointed sisters. I went this way, she was talking in her heavenly language. I went that way, she was talking in her heavenly language. And the overflow was just falling all over me. But I didn't know it at the
time.
Right. Yes. But I think my favorite childhood memory, I don't even know which one to pick. I don't know which one to pick, because I had some crazy stuff going on. I don't know if to pick something I did with one of my brothers or sisters, friends, because I mean, I had a crazy childhood.
Right.
And adulthood too. I can remember this time, right? I'm going to come back to my childhood in a minute. But since I got Sweetie Pie on the screen right now, I got to put her on the spot, right? And Sweetie Pie and us, and some of our family, we went to Disney World, right? And Sweetie Pie said, "I've never been to Disney World." So I said,
Yeah.
"Well, we going to Disney World, and you coming too. We gonna get you out there." Okay, give me 1 second, Frank. And she said, "Okay." So I kept telling Sweetie Pie about the Magic Kingdom. And if you've been to the Magic Kingdom before, you know that I don't care how many times you go, that's a beautiful experience. And I don't care what age you are, you will tap into your childhood. That's why I'm bringing this experience up. So I had been telling her the whole time we was planning this trip, about 3 or 4 months. This is gonna be this and this is gonna be that. And she, okay, all right, all right, all right. So we got out there to Disney. And now it's time for her to have her first Magic Kingdom experience, right? So I said, "Sweetie Pie, we got to go down in front of the castle." And we were blessed enough. We was
Yes.
right on top of that castle. When I tell you we was right the first line of when you go to the Magic Kingdom.
Yes. Like
What better experience with all the fireworks going off and Tinkerbell is going across this line, right?
the zip line.
So
Oh,
she's having a good time. All of a sudden, fireworks started going off and the house just started lighting up so pretty. And mind you, for some reason, I wasn't feeling that good that day either because it was so hot. And when you
yes.
got asthma and it's hot, it's not the best of day, but I was okay. All of a sudden, all the characters started coming out and dancing and, the fireworks going off. And Sweetie Pie is in front of the castle just hard down crying. He just got overwhelmed and started bawling. I said, "You're going to be crying so hard, you're going to miss the whole experience."
Yes. I was about
And when I
at
tell
that
you I cried,
moment.
I'm not talking about, "Oh, look."
At that moment, I was about 10.
Jazz, she went into a childhood stage, right? And she was just crying. "Okay,
Yes.
I see you, Bianca. Thank you for coming in, sweetie." And she's just crying her behind off, right? And I'm just standing there cracking up, laughing my butt off at her. And
I
then
was like,
she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, Susie, thank you for bringing me here. This is the best day of my life."
hey, my eyes was a little fluffy.
And
Oh my
other
goodness.
people is looking at this lady, this grown
Like,
woman, right,
what's
crying
wrong?
down to the ground. And now some of them just started crying because she cried.
No, yes. Oh my goodness. I was 10 years old right there at that moment. I was 10. That's where I wanted to go. That was so fun.
And when I tell y'all that had to be the hottest day of the year, it was so hot, right? Instead of me wearing flip flops like somebody with some sense, I put on a pair of sneakers. And by the time I got out of there, I had blisters, not just on my feet, even underneath the feet, because the ground was so hot that
Yes.
the soles of my sneakers felt like firecrackers was in them. And
Yes.
I'm thinking, oh, it's just while I got the sneakers on. And when I took the sneakers off, my feet was being barbecued. Remember that? I had
Yes.
blisters all over my toes, all under my foot
And
from
you had
wearing
to
them hot sneakers. And now
Yes.
I'm at the house. Now she's laughing at me because I'm crying. "Oh, my feet. It hurt. Get me this, sweetie pie. Don't get me that. Help me. I need a painkiller. Somebody find me a painkiller." I'm telling you, it's never a dull moment.
Okay. And
Now
I'm like,
I'm out there.
all right, wanna do this?
I'm out there with these sneakers on dancing with the characters. Remember that?
Yes.
I'm out there dancing with the Incredibles.
And they had parades everywhere. Oh man.
By the time we left Disney, almost everybody out there knew us. That's all you need to know. We had
Yeah.
the time of our life in Disney. And I was a kid for that day. I tapped right back into my childhood. Now, mommy, we had my granddaughter, Janessa, and one of our honorary nieces, Niecy, and her little sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I was with the kids. You know how usually you make sure the kids having a good time. Leave me alone, kids.
And the princesses. We went to the princesses.
Huh?
And we went to the princesses.
Right? I was in there with all the princesses taking pictures and stuff.
Yes.
Bowing down to the princess. I had a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Every princess knew who I was before that doggone day was over. Because
Yes.
I done took pictures with every last one of them. I done bowed down. I mean, I was in there having the time of my life. That
Yes.
was an adult childhood memory.
Yes. Right there. That was the most fun thing I ever experienced. And I thank you. Thank y'all for that.
We had a ball.
Yes.
And whenever we get
And I want to
together
go back. I
to
want to go
have
back.
fun,
I want to go back.
what you said?
I said I
Say
want
it
to go
again.
back.
Oh, me too.
I want to go
Oh,
back.
we going back. Quick as this pandemic is up and stuff aired out, that's going to be one of our first trips. We headed back to Disney and we get ready to shut it down just like we did the last time. By the
Yes.
time we left there, they knew we had arrived, honey. We came with a
They
bang
gonna say
and we left with a
bye.
bang.
And Mickey Mouse on the
Even the villa we
Mickey Mouse
stayed
is
in, we
Joey.
partied in the villa.
Yes. Yes.
We had some good times. And
Mm-hmm.
see, that's what we have to tap into. We can't just be tapping into all the negativity, all the bad stuff that's going on in the world, because then it starts to drain you and it starts to make you
Yes.
feel
Make
like,
you
oh my goodness.
better.
And
Make you
when I
feel
woke up
better.
feeling a little better today, you know, I had to say thank you to the Lord, right? And then the next thing I said was, don't talk about nothing negative after you get past the world is
Right.
crumbling. Think about the good things that's going on and the good things that have went on in your life. And,
Right.
you know, speak about things that can uplift somebody that may be feeling a little bit down, because nobody really needs to hear a bunch of negative stuff right now.
That's right.
Excuse me. And, you know, when you're talking about negative stuff, sometimes it start to take it a root in your house too. And before you know anything, your negative energy is starting to look at this and look at that. I even
Yes.
turned the news off and I turned on inspirational things
Yes.
that,
That's what
you
I
know,
did too.
make me feel upbeat and uplift. And I started to feel better. Because
Right.
if you're already laying on your tail and then everything you're watching is depressing, it's hard to tap into a positive space. Everything was just becoming more and more toxic as the day went on. Just
Right.
toxicity, toxicity, one thing after the next. But then I started thinking about nice stuff. And I want to send a special shout out to my granddaughter, Miss Moody. Today is her birthday. And, you know, I'm so
Yay.
proud I'm feeling okay because I was
Happy
praying and I wanted to
birthday.
take her for her birthday. And if you know anything about me, you know that my grandkids is why I live. They what I live for, and they the reason why I changed my life, so I can be extended to be around to help, you know, be there for them and teach them right from wrong. So shout out to Miss Moody, and hopefully later on, if we get the time, she'll get a chance to come in here so that you all can wish her a happy birthday in the
Right.
village. Thank you.
Can you hear me or is it cloudy? Can you hear me?
Okay, go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
It must have been your connection before.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on? Because I hear myself going, I was like, why it sound like that?
It could be me too, because I got a lot of stuff going on around me in here that's blowing out air, so that I'm able to breathe and make it through this live stream without collapsing. We don't need a Wendy Williams moment in here. Shout out to Wendy Williams.
Wendy.
But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a
You
lot
look nice.
better. I'm not 100%, but I'm here, right?
Right, exactly. Okay.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. And Frank be over there cracking up. And Frank, let me tell you something, Frank. I was looking at you with that salad, and for a minute I thought you was gonna make it, Frank. I said, Frank gonna sit there and eat that whole salad bowl. But it caught up to you. I said,
okay.
Frank couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. I said, I can count on Frank. But Frank, maybe had you grilled the hot dogs and fried the bologna, you might have made it. You know good and well them raw hot dogs and bologna was gonna catch up to you.
You know it.
You can't be eating no raw hot dog, Frank. He done just broke the raw hot dog up in the salad. And I want to send this shout out here to my girl, Vales. I don't know what kind of number to call her.
Hey, Vales.
15, 20, 30 Vales, because every time I look, she got a different number in front of her name. Vales, you are a mess.
Yes.
In a good way.
We love you.
You know, a lot of people, they say little things about you, but you know what? I love you, Vales. You make me laugh to the point that I have to get on air just to be able to breathe when I finish.
Right.
I don't even know where to begin with you. Because that 10 Vales, I promise you, when I'm feeling better, I got something in store for you. Because that girl there, when she said, this is for you, the queen, and I saw that video, I thought I was going to roll on the floor laughing. When and I'm gonna need you to get the wings together, Vales, if you're gonna be the queen. You ain't be coming up here with looking like you just slapped at your head. You ain't even brushed the thing out or nothing. I said, well, where'd she get the wing from? Between the headboard and the wall?
Right.
It done slid off on one of your late night snacks. I said that wing looked like she done grabbed it and just slung it on her head. Didn't try to center it, didn't brush it. Just said, oh, well, queen. I laughed all the week. I said, I'll be looking at that. You see, I'm about to give myself a check. I knew I shouldn't have started up with that. Else, I'm going to need you to get you a wig brush. Go around there to Sally's Beauty Shop and get you a wig brush so you can brush the wig out, pal. You ain't got to come on here looking like you done drunk last night and fell asleep in the wig and just got up and said, lights, camera, action, hey, queen, hey. I'm going to kick your behind if I see you back up there looking like Aunt Esther done slid down the church choir in the wig. I said, well, what happened? I know we have then she just took me out at the end when she took the wig off, like, well, hey, ain't no need, this thing ain't getting it. Oh, I thought I was going to leave here. I love you, girl. Ain't nobody like you, I promise you. I can't mess with you. I ain't got nothing on you. You shut this live stream down. I laughed so hard I had to get on a treatment, literally. I was weak. When she took that doggone wig and said, hey, I'm sick of this. This ain't it. I'm laughing. I was like, yes, ma'am, yes. Be yourself, sister. You came to slay. She said, shoot, let me show my Florida Evans haircut, honey. Ain't what? Gray and
Yes.
all, I'm here, what? Oh, I was done. I was just done. I said, that's what you call true to who you are. I ain't mad at you, sister. I love
And
you.
stay
That's
that
when
way.
you real, right?
Yes.
Jesus, don't get me. Please, Lord, don't get me. But
Right.
she made me laugh till I was weak. You hear me? Then she took them shades and she pushed them back up. And then she said, I call the people here bubbles. And she started blowing bubbles. Oh, I was done. I was done. Bubbles, look, y'all, bubbles. Whoop, whoop. What? Yes. And this isn't the village. This is my house. I was done. I was done. You hear me? You know how when you say something that you mean, you got to say it twice. I was done. You hear me? Woo, woo, woo. And let's not even start talking about if you're not a Latino or Caucasian. Woo, woo. There's shout out to you. You are the queen. I got to give it to you. I'm gonna have to pass this baton on over to you. Here, you take the girl. Then she went to the park and started doing push-ups. Oh, that took me out again. I said, now she way out in Central Park. They done had people with cots out there. Lord knows what's down in that grass and what all they might be done buried in that park. She ain't got on glove the first. But that's our sister for you. She done went down in the grass. I don't know if she was doing the worm or push-up because I couldn't figure it out. But hey, she was giving it her best shot. She was
saving the life, right? Go get it, man. Get it, girl.
All I could do is laugh. You hear me? And Catherine, I don't know what challenge she was doing, but honey, she won whatever it was. Shout out to Catherine.
Yes, Catherine.
And to my girl, Deborah, catch me by faith.
Yes,
y'all got to love that Bells, because that Bells is crazy, in a good way. I love her. You got to have a couple of crazy friends. If you don't have a couple of crazy friends, you haven't lived life.
Right.
That made me want to get up. I had to get up. Right. I had to get up. I said, I can't lay here and laugh like this. I need to be able to get up to laugh the way I want to laugh. You hear me? Woo, that girl crazy as a bed bug. She said, hey, the queen, I had my pink wig first. Oh, well, I ain't been ready to fuss with you over no wig. You can keep the pink wig. I'll ask permission when I want to wear my pink wig, okay? Bells, is it okay for me to come again in my pink wig? Can I wear it second, Bells? I'm boss. Woo! I got to start asking permission. Is it okay, boss? And like I said, she just slapped that wig on. She didn't let me try to center it. Where's the brush? Nothing on. Here I come. You gotta love her. Bells, I'm gonna need you to get you a wig brush. I know you probably shake and goes, but every now and again you got to rub the brush through it.
Right.
But she don't care. Take me the way I am. It's hot. I done had it. And let me tell you, everybody who have worn a wig and had one of them days, they want to just slide that wig to the back too. Trust me. Some of us just got a little bit too much pride to do it on camera. You went from being the blue queen to Florida Evans in like a second. What you say?
But I want a wig. I want to try it. I never had a wig.
Right. But I love her though, because you know what? You gotta love people that's themselves. That's something that I've always been. I just love people. Yeah. Oh, she tickled me. Pink, you hear me? When I tell you I couldn't quit laughing, I couldn't quit laughing.
Right.
You need that kind of friend. If you don't have a friend like 10, you don't have a friend. Because
At
that
all.
girl there, she's some kind of special.
Right.
She's some kind of special. And I love it because that's me. I'm myself. What you see is what you're going to get.
That's right.
And I wanted to send a special shout out to Shay Wells too, because she's another one that
Yes, Shay
is
girl.
loyal to the bone marrow. And I gotta definitely catch up with you, Shay, when I get a chance. Oh, wow, look at you. You look beautiful. But yes, and yes. Oh, it's one of them days. I'm just all over the place. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Wait, let me put it up again. Hold on.
Serve a good God. Center it. Center it, Skinny Pie. It's not centered. Right. Like a boss. That's it. Like a boss. Like a boss. Like a boss. Like a boss. Woo! But yes, you ain't had a good time until you got a friend that gets you to laughing. That day she told me we was talking about when we party, right? And she said, yeah. Because I was on the dance floor and I used to stuff my bra. And the sock fell out the bra down on the dance floor. And I just kept on dancing and dipped down and picked that bra sock up and stuffed it back in my bra and kept dancing. I knew then we was going to be good for me. Because that's just the kind of people I like to be around. You don't got a friend till you got that friend. You know how y'all out partying and somebody drops something and they just be like, oh, well, let me stuff it in. How do you not love that person?
Right.
And they ain't missed a beat in the meantime. Ho, get your life, get your life. And later on that night, they'll remind you in case you forgot. Did y'all see me drop my sock out my bra? How do you not love her?
Right. Exactly. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, you gotta always just know. And yeah, how did I forget my homegirl, the Crockett Way, and her family? Y'all, shout out to y'all. I love y'all. There's so many people on here that I just love.
Yes.
We have some crazy folks. I'm not even going to get into the Crockett Way experience. We talked about that before. She laughs about that to this day. Shout out to Crockett Way. She all right by me.
Shout
Queen
out
of
to
Six, hi, Ruby. Here come my sissy. What was you doing, Queen of Six? I am feeling better, Queen of Six.
Hi,
Hey, sis. We love you.
We love you, Queen.
How's everything doing with you and the kids over there? I miss you, Queen.
Yes.
I miss you, love. I miss you, Queen. And thank you for all your warm prayers and all of your warm support for just lobbying around during my demise and coming into the village and just being supportive to all of you. Shout out to my sister, Queen of Six and family.
Yes.
We love you, Queen.
We love you.
That's another beautiful sister. And you see how we can have more than one queen in the house.
Hey.
And have respect for one another as women. There's nothing wrong with sharing the throne because we all are good people. And there's nothing wrong with being able to say, hey, ladies, what's going on with y'all today?
Yes.
Hey, Queen of Six, would you like to join us on the screen? Let us know if you do. If you do, we'll drop the link. We're just talking and having fun about our childhood fun and good things we did. I'm not even going to talk about going swimming. How many of y'all been to the swimming pool and you black and you wore an afro down there? And by the time you got out the water, your afro done turned into like a shrink fro. It done shrunk up on your head.
Like,
never wear afro to the swimming pool or beach, people.
No, braid your
And
hair
we
up.
got that kind of, we're going to call it curly hair. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It looked curly when it's wet, and then when it went dry, that was the end of the party. I was no more
You
looking
like,
like a Rican. I started looking like, what happened? She done turned into a chia pet.
no.
Oh, my Lord. I tell you.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. Okay, sweetheart, I didn't want to just drop a link and put you on the spot like that. If you
Right.
decide to come on in a little while, let me know you're ready and we'll drag you on in. But yes, you gotta enjoy your life. Don't
Yeah.
let the stuff that's going on in life start to make you forget to have fun and the fun
Right.
people around you. You're welcome.
Right.
You know, the people that matters. Tomorrow's not promised to nobody.
Exactly.
Let go of mindless and petty nonsense and, always tearing each other down and looking for the bad in people. See the good.
Yes.
What if this person didn't wake up tomorrow? How would that affect you? Would you be
Right.
happy? Are you that kind of person? Or would you want to see people doing good and feeling good?
Right.
That's what it boils down to. Getting up
We
every
gotta
day,
be.
making the best of your life. Blessed. Be blessed and do everything you can to be a blessing. And being a
Right.
blessing don't always mean, can you give me something? Can you buy me something? Because that's
No.
not the only blessing. That's just one blessing.
Thank you for waking up. You
Each
know.
person that prayed for me, I thank you for the blessing. To be
See.
blessed enough for somebody to say, let's pray for our sister. Let's pray
Yes.
for this young lady. That means more to me than anything I could ever own. Is priceless. To want me to be okay is priceless. That means more
Right.
to me. And my family and friends, they do a lot of nice things and give me nice things, and I appreciate it. But I want you all that don't give me one thing, but you pray for me and you care about my well-being to know that I am so in love with that. I'm,
Yes.
I'm, I'm, I'm so happy no matter what I'm going through. When I looked on that screen, and the first prayer I saw was from Luke, from Armed American Patriot. And it just touched me. Like, wow, he got his own stuff going on with his own family. And shout
Right.
out to baby Levi. I hope he's doing a lot better, and hopefully he's home. I haven't really had the time to check in on him, but as quick as I exhale, I will. And, for someone to be going through their own family affairs, and that's a part of my family as well, and
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, wait a minute, my sister over here is going through something. Let me go over there, pray for her and let her know I'm here, standing in the gap, as well as all of you that have done it. It gave me just one more little piece of breath more. Each
Right.
time I see somebody saying, I got you, I'm here. Horse house lady, she never stopped either. Every day or two, she was right back here, Queen. Are you okay, Queen? All
Right.
of you. And it's just, unless you know that YouTube has good, it's not all negative stuff going on YouTube. And we have to talk about the good stuff too, because we'll sit here and talk on and on and on about all the bad things that
Exactly.
happens on YouTube. But we don't really like to talk about the positive stuff that happens. When people
Mm-hmm.
come to your side and they just share you out because they just feel like it. Well, when William Newell just says, hey, I feel like honoring someone today, and he honored them on his channel, he'll put their pictures up. I think that's just so beautiful. He don't have to do that.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
the networking channels that's still out here grinding to help, and they take the time out of their day, and they're genuine, and they're not looking for nothing. They just doing it
Right.
because they want to see someone reach their goal. And
Right.
there's so many of them that does that, and I'm not going to start naming them because it's just too many. And if I forget a name, I'll be stoned. So I'm not going to start naming them. But to the
Right.
y'all challenge know who you are. That
Mm-hmm.
just work hard diligently. You barely get sleep. To those of you that have been reporting the news, and to DOD, that's another brother. He's different, and it's
Right.
okay to be different because I'm different. And when you different, everybody ain't always gonna take to you. Everybody don't understand you, especially when you speak your mind and you stand in your truth. Sometimes people just not gonna like you because they don't get you, or you shoot straight from that hip. You're a straight shooter. But
Right.
to that kid, shout out to because you're another one that made me smile when you said, "Girl, you better get up out that bed with everything that's going on. It's the wrong time to be sick." It made me laugh. When is the
Right.
right time to be sick? You know what I'm saying? But it
Right.
tickled me because I knew what he was trying to say. Everything going on in the world busting loose, girl. You better get up and you go down with it.
Right. They
And he
have
knows
to.
that I'm an activist for our black people, and I will get out here and fight for what's right. And if I got to fight for my bed, it'll still happen. I'm not
Right.
gonna never stop standing up for what's right. And I don't care how sick I am. I don't have to be standing out there marching to support a cause and be a voice to say that things is just not right in the world and we got to get it together. But I
That's
also
right.
want to say this, and I know some of you may not understand where I'm coming from, but it's the Holy Spirit in me. You know, we can sit here and say a lot of negative things about our president, but our president may need some help too. Sometimes we have to look closer at the problem and realize that there's something deeper going on. And maybe the people that's around him really need to look a little bit closer in and find out what the problem really is. Because no one is just that toxic. I can't believe it and I won't believe it. There's an underlying problem somewhere. And when a person is just going through so much and they still are just in a negative space, that's not humane. It's not normal. And I'm believing that we may be looking at someone that's dealing with something that we don't even know he's dealing with. But we're going to leave that subject over there. But I always try to see the better and the bigger in a
Yeah.
situation. We all got things that we deal with.
Every
And
day.
mental is a lot.
Yeah.
And dealing with a country every day ain't no walk in no park neither. And sometimes people might need to quit their job. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with quitting a job if you're just not good at it. Let me be quiet. Did I just say that? Did I just say that? Uh-oh. This is what I'm talking about. I've always been that person that spoke what I feel. And I shoot straight from the hip.
Right.
And I always say, if you do something, if you're going to get a job, try to get one that you enjoy. Try to get one that you're good at so that you can, be good for the people that's underneath you, the ones
Right.
that's working around you that, have to take orders and whatever, because everybody don't make a good leader. Everybody do not make a good leader. Let's be clear. If
Mm-hmm.
you got anything that you're the leader of, you got some shoes to fill. Because
Right.
sometimes you might go this way and you're going to have to stay right here because it's your responsibility to keep order and peace. And it's your responsibility to take authority and say, okay, even though my flesh might want to do this, I can't do that because I have to lead the people in the right direction. And I have to get order. And I have to be able to come before the people and make them feel that and be confident that it's going to be all right.
Right.
It's just like when something happened in this village, sometimes I want to bust loose and then I have to refocus and say, okay, refocus. Get your focus back. You're losing your focus. And once
Mm-hmm.
I can get my focus back, then I'll be okay.
Right.
But always where you have to just say, what's the next move to get us back on track? How do we flow back where we need to be?
Right.
How do we make our family know they're going to be okay?
Exactly.
Because it's not just about one person. Oh, here come my quarter pounder. I knew it wouldn't be long. Welcome to the Village Quarter Pounder. Welcome, welcome. Shout out to Quarter Pounder. He missed my entry. He missed it. He missed the job. He missed this here. He didn't know what was going to happen today. But I told you I would be here. I ran 3 red lights to catch the return of the queen. You better know it. But you was a little bit too late for my entry, baby. And you already know I came in with a bang.
Yes.
You know I had to come in back. You know I had to come on back. And
Right.
you missed the entry. But you know I'm glad to be here. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say thank you, Quarter Pounder. Thank you for being not just a brother and a friend, but a man. You come in here and you can be goofy and silly a lot. But I just want to say thank you for when you had my back. And not just online, but offline. Calling me diligently to check on me. You and Sweetie Pie. Just never stopping. Always making sure with a laugh. Always making sure that everything that was going to happen was going to be positive. Even when I didn't sound well, you still was like, it's all right. And you came on in here, y'all made sure that some type of activity still took place to keep this village alive. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, that's what a village is about. It's about being a family, being the glue. And all the people that came in to just say, come on, Queen, we praying for you. Thank you. And it's my pleasure, brother, to have you and Sweetie Pie as my top moderators, holding it down for the village and just shining like crazy. I know I didn't make a mistake when I asked y'all to step into that spot. Because being a moderator is not about having a blue rich. It's about being a part of the team, being able to pull each other. And I have a whole lot of riches on a lot of channels, and I'm not able to really be that on all the time. But I do try to come through every now and again and show my face and just say, hey, the queen is still in the building and here to support. But I will do my best to catch you on a playback and do whatever I can to be supportive. From Pounds, boy, we had some laughs on the phone, laugh out loud. Yes, we did. And so did Sweetie Pie and I. And that's what made me make it. Just y'all calling me when I could barely breathe and making me laugh with the little breath I had left. And it's like that lets you know when you got real people around you that's genuine, that cares about you, that want to make you smile. And 10 Bells is not in here, but I was just talking about her 2 pounds because she was another one that was determined to make me laugh, even if it means snatching her wig off. And I just died. And I was hoping and praying that I would get well enough to laugh about it on this camera. If I don't do nothing else, I had to laugh about that. That was hilarious. And I will always remember it. I did not care about it, Rich. I'm just glad to have a sister I can call on. Amen. And I'm glad to have you all too. Because I always say DNA and blood don't make you family. Family is those who got your back when you need them. And yes, I have a biological family, but I have an honorary family also. And my honorary family is just as meaningful. And no one can stand up to your biological family. That's just that. That's just a given. And if you have a biological family, you know what I'm talking about. You just blood. But then my honorary family, I love my honorary family. And I have so many people that for no reason, Cubs Den and Blue Jeans also. They wouldn't leave me alone. I'm here, Auntie.
Mhm.
I got you, Auntie. You know, Donnell, my nephew, and
Ben,
Fifi, just my kids.
right.
Y'all
Of
don't
course.
know how much all of my Philippines, all of my African friends. Y'all don't realize how much that kept me going. Queen of Six, she's not exempt either. Every
No.
time I would see her saying, I'm still praying for you to make me smile. Because these are my top moderators that come in here every day and they make sure that, they keep the fellowship flowing in the village. And it
Mhm.
made me proud of you all to see that even while I'm down, y'all kept this village moving.
Right.
Y'all did not stop. There wasn't one day that y'all did not come in this village and say, hey, press the light, keep things going, pray for our queen. And if I could say anything to the people all over the universe right now, this is what you call family. This is what you call unity. This is what you call standing up and having each other. It's not about a rich. It's not about, how many likes you pressed or how many
Exactly.
comments you pressed. It's about love, how you
Yes.
love someone, how you care about someone, how you make a person know you have them. That
Right.
means more than anything you can give me.
True.
Call and say, are you okay over there? As
Right.
hot as it is down here. It's been very hot down here. And
Mhm.
just y'all calling and saying, are you still breathing? That means more to me than anything.
Right.
When it comes down
Exactly.
to my children, I don't care what my kids do in this life. I would never leave my kids' side. I would never make my kids wonder, do I have their back? I got their back no matter what. They could do nothing in this life that I'm not going to have their back. I don't care what they do. They my children. And if you sick and I get word that you sick, even if I can't get to your side, I'm getting ready to call and check on you and make sure you good. And the same goes for my sisters and brothers. No matter what they do, I'm always check on them. Are you okay? If you sick, I'm going to check on you. I'm not going to leave you for dead. That's never going to happen. So thank you to those of you that took out some time to step outside of yourselves and say, let's check on the queen. She's always in here interceding and praying for everybody. Who's praying for her? Because prayer is what it's all about. Thank y'all. Y'all ladies have a glow about yourself. So what's going on for real, for real? Laughed out loud. Yes. Everything is just amazing today. It's amazing. And the best thing, Pounds, is when you get a chance to come back from what I just came back from, nothing can get you down. Nothing can get you down. And I feel good today. I'm so happy. Today is Miss Moody's birthday. Shout out to Miss Moody. And I'm so grateful to be able to get up and stand in the gap as her grandmother and be there to watch her enjoy her day. Welcome back, sweetie pie. Just let her enjoy herself today. And it's nothing more amazing. It's nothing more amazing. Happy birthday to Miss Moody. Thank you. Queen, you know you can get rid of that easily. Of course, we was going to call and check on you every day, period. Exactly. You can't get you can't get rid of us. You can't get rid of us that easy. Happy birthday, Miss Rudy. Howdy, sweetie pie, right? And see, that's what makes me the happiest. It really do. God put people in your life that He knows will have you during the times you need them. And it's been surrounded. My ministry also has surrounded me. You know, my teddy bear. Shout out to my teddy bear. He has surrounded me. And those are things that matters the most. Don't you dare, Jesus. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it without me. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Glory, hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah. Whatever you do, Lord, don't do it without me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it without me. I won't accept it being done without me. He's so worthy, amen. He's so worthy. He's so worthy, and you knew that I could not lead this live stream without giving him the glory. Yes. Come on, y'all. It's time to give it up for Jesus. Shout out to Moody. Today is her birthday, and I am so honored to be able to stand here. And we're going to take a moment out to just give her a fast birthday shout out so she can start her day. She's having an LOL birthday today. This is something spontaneous. This is something spontaneous that we do because we don't plan stuff in the village. We just move with the flow of traffic. Move around. Enjoy yourself. Start your birthday. That's right. Get it, Moody. I want to give a special shout out to my granddaughter, Moody. Miss Moody. She's 9 years old today, and today is her birthday. And yes, she's having an LOL surprise birthday. But we want to just let you know you loved and cared about. Today is your day, and I'm so grateful as your grandmother to be alive to see you on your birthday. You know, my asthma was acting up this week, but I'm standing, and I thank the Lord for giving me the strength to get up today. I thank the Lord for giving me beautiful grandchildren. I have 4 beautiful grandchildren, and I say, glory, hallelujah. Happy birthday, Miss Moody. Happy birthday. Let me see you do your birthday dance. Get your dance. Get your dance. Get your dance. Let me see your dance. Come on, let me see you do your dance. Do your dance. Do your dance. Let me see you do your dance. What kind of dance is you do? Go Moody, go Moody, go Moody, go Moody, go Moody, go Moody, go Moody. Ow, 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 ow. Come get some, come get some. Go Danny. Come on, here's your time. Go Moody, go Moody, go Moody, go Moody, go Moody. Raise the roof. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Let me bring it down so they can see your little outfit. She got on her little LOL outfit. Show off your outfit. Hello, Miss Moody. Happy birthday, princess. Enjoy your day and be blessed.
Thank you.
Jazz, do you think? What's that one you was doing like that? No. Yes, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Moody. Yes, Miss Moody, it's your birthday. And have an amazing birthday today. You're looking at the village, and I am your queen, love bug number one. Welcome to the village and say happy birthday, Miss Moody. God bless you, Miss Moody. Your amazing granddaughter. And I just want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Moody. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Moody. I am your queen, love bug number one. Welcome to this village. Today is Miss Moody's birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Moody. See y'all.
Read the front.
Happy birthday,
That's
Miss
not you.
Moody.
No, put the money back in. Read the card. Open it up. What's that? I can't read that.
Whew, well, I'm not going to overdo it, everybody. I've been on here for a while. Yes, he's mine. This is yours. Jesus is mine. Jesse's mine. Jesse's mine. Hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah. Jesus is mine. He's mine. He's mine. He's mine. Woo! Yes, I've been up a while. I've been on here streaming. And I'm going to play one more and I'm going to, relax because I don't want to overdo it my first day out. And y'all know that I can overdo it. But this one here is the one that is the most request in this village. I don't know what type of anointing it allows to fall. But when it comes, you all just love it. So I'm going to play this. And when this is over, I'm going to exit. I'm so honored to be here today with all of you. Thank you all for just coming in here and joining me. And all of you that will watch this on the playback, thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in me and supporting me and keeping this village alive.
I believe tonight somebody just wants him to open up the windows of heaven for you. Let it rain. Send down your blessings, Lord. I just need you to move in this place tonight. I just need you to move in this place. He's doing it right now.
Hallelujah.
Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain.
Let it rain, Jesus.
Let
Let
it
them
rain.
blessings rain.
Help me, somebody say it tonight. It's that's all I want you to do now, Lord.
Glory, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I can't thank you enough, Lord. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Let it rain, Jesus. Let it rain. The blessings, let those blessings rain. Glory, 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 glory. Glory, come on in, come on in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, glory, hallelujah. Hallelujah, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Come on in, Jesus. Come on in, Jesus. Come on in, Jesus. Come on in, Jesus. Glory, hallelujah. I love you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, glory, hallelujah. There's an amazing person in here. There's an supernatural experience right here, right now. Right here, right now. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus, for speaking me. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Holy, holy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out. I just want to take the time to say I haven't arrived. It's the anointing of the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord. I'm not here because of me. Let's be clear. I'm here because of a higher power. He chose to keep me. And I just want to say thank you, Jesus. Thank you for hearing the prayers. Thank you for hearing my cries. And thank you for forgiving me of my sins. Glory, hallelujah. Thank you, everybody. I can feel the rain. I feel his blessings. I can feel the rain. And I hope that you can feel the rain. Feel the rain. Feel the rain. It's time to go out in the rain. Glory, hallelujah. Let it rain.
Anybody feel the rain?
Feel the rain.
Anybody in this place can
Feel
feel
the
the
rain.
rain?